start this. Okay. Hi, Megan. My name is Alex, and I'm going to be walking you through this session today. Before we begin, I have some information for you, and I'm going to read it to make sure that I cover everything. Okay. You probably already have a good idea of why we asked you to be here. Please let me go over it again briefly. We're asking people to try using a website that we're working on so that you could see whether it works as intended. This session should take about 20 minutes. The first thing I want to make clear is right away is that we're testing the site and not you, and you can't do anything wrong, okay? As you use the site, I'm going to ask you as much as possible to try to think out loud, to say what you're looking at and what you're trying to do and what you're thinking. This will be a big help to us. Also, please don't worry that you're going to hurt our feelings. We're doing this to improve our site, so we need to hear your honest reactions. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask them. Okay? If you would, I'm going to ask you to sign a simple, no, there's no signing of permission, but do I have your permission to record this? Yep. Okay. So the first questions would be, now roughly how many hours a week altogether, just a ballpark estimate, would you say that you spend using the internet, including a web browser and email at work and at home? And what's the split between email browsing and as a rough percentage between using the internet?
So I would say if you include work, like 60 hours a week using the internet. I mean, I don't know if you count actively on the internet versus at a computer, because I kind of can't separate the two because it's back and forth.
Right.
So
okay.
I guess.
And including on your phone.
Yeah.
Even at home, you're probably perusing something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. What do you have any favorite websites that you usually go to?
I use Google a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't go to specific. I don't use Facebook very often. I only check in about once a week.
Okay.
A lot of the streaming video sites like Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah.
I have Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Okay. And now I'm going to proceed for you to test out the site. Okay. So I'm going to put this on pause real quick. Okay. So now we're going to take a look at the site. Okay. I'm going to screen share. So here we are. Okay. I'm going to pull this up. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is give me your first impressions of this landing page. When you're here, like, what do you think?
It's very simple and clean. I'm not sure that I would know that it's for planning events yet. I guess the title OPA kind of hints at that, but it's not obvious right away that it's for event planning.
Okay. Okay.
But other than that, it's very simple and it looks like it will be easy to use.
Okay. Now, my first task for you is try to figure out how you're going to sign up, or where you would go for that.
Should I actually click?
Yeah.
Sign in.
No. Oh. Sorry. Let me forget what I just said. Okay. So you go straight to the sign in, right?
Right, because then I would assume that after I go to sign in, there usually is something that says create an account.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. And then?
Either that or right next to the sign in, there's a create an account sometimes too.
Okay.
So usually it's in those two locations.
Okay. Is there any other clues on this site that help you figure out a different way?
Well, before actually creating an account, I'd probably click around to decide whether I'd want to create an account. So I might just, check that out. Any like I might have already done that before I went to create an account. So where this is here,
okay.
it might be fine because I would
So
have probably.
but go back and tell me what you think that is. So when you read these, what do you? So you are you saying that you expect those to tell you what an individual plan is and what a team plan is, with information about it, right?
Yeah, I thought it was if I were to plan an event individually or plan an event as a team.
Okay. But not sign in. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I thought this is where you'd like start your project.
Okay. So here we are. If you want to complete this process, so you would put you would sign in your information in there.
Okay. So I just pretend I did?
Yep. And then billing. It says thank you.
Okay.
All right. So here we are in this setup. This is where I would want you to what's that? Add your project, whatever that might be. So as you're going through this, can you explain what you're thinking as you're clicking around?
Okay. So the red X is pretty obvious. That's where you would start, like before you even gave me the task.
That was pretty intuitive. Okay. But then what was that?
The initial project information.
Yeah, when you kind of paused over that next button. What was your thoughts on that? On this button here?
I was just reading these.
Okay.
Obviously, I'd have to put in more specific things. I'm not sure that I would know these things yet.
The planning budget and the guest count?
Okay. Yeah, so, but I'm assuming I could change it later.
Okay.
Guest count especially changes sooner to the actual event.
So now you have something populated in there. And you would click it. So this is more like your dash, right? So from here, what I'd like you to do is start by finding a venue and or location for your event. Now, what do you think that does?
So search for a venue.
I was
a little confused by how number of icons.
Okay.
If usually the search is what you do first, maybe put it first.
Okay. And you do your search, right?
Yep.
And then, so then it populates, right? What do you think that this is doing?
So you can make a list of options that you might be interested in, and then refer back.
Yep.
Until you pick the actual one.
Now from here, let's just say you gathered a whole bunch of options and you're still having a problem deciding which venue you wanted to go with, right? Is there a tool in the search area, not in the search, in the navigation bar there that you think might help you make that decision? Is there a tool in the navigation?
Oh, like over here? It's like dollar amount. Oh, to request estimates.
So you would go to the one right next to it. You wouldn't look at anything else before trying to figure out which of those venues would help you. So there's no tool on that navigation that helps you, no intuitive button that helps you make that decision.
I'm not sure what all of these are yet. So these are different tools as opposed to in the search.
Yep.
Where it would maybe list like the average dollar amount.
No, that's for something else.
Oh,
we're gonna get there. So you're here.
Much event planning.
So you're.
So I don't know what order people.
So you're here, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have your favorites list populated. Now you want help figuring out from that favorites list. You want help from your friends figuring out which ones of those you should go with. So there's a tool in your navigation that will help you do that.
Like a review?
Oh, take some time to read this one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I would just be waiting for results from friends. So this feels like it's more the team planning, is it, or no?
It has some of that aspect to it, but it's for an individual person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's just say, hypothetically, you got all the results, and there's one venue that everybody's going to go with. So now you need to contact that venue and figure out the money situation. So you have, yeah, okay. What are your thoughts there? What does that say? Yeah.
So wait, I'm going to go back because I'm not sure what happened. So wait, I'm uploading the request for estimate and the estimate?
Yes. So there's a disconnect there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't, like,
so
shouldn't someone else be uploading the estimate?
So when you send out your request for an estimate, you're going to get a number back in your email somehow, right? So for what this app does is it'll allow you to keep everything in one spot. So you then have to upload your estimate, whatever your final estimate is, into this website. So you have both of them together.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's more of like a file.
Yeah. So then the next thing is, like, let's say you're going through your tasks and these here, and there's one that's missing. Where do you think that you would add a task to your navigation here?
What kind of task?
Any task. Like, this is to see if it's intuitive enough, if this, whatever's here is intuitive enough to add another task.
Oh, like any of them.
Yeah.
I'm still a little confused by like this icon. I don't know what that would do. The piggy bank, because then there's a dollar sign.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it'd be
redundant, maybe?
The same.
Okay. What do you think you're looking at right now?
How to purchase decor.
Okay.
Or select decor.
Okay. But that's not adding a task, is it?
Like a task other than the venue?
Yeah, other than these here, if you wanted to add one more, what would you do?
Oh. I guess I wasn't sure what you meant by task. It seems like a lot of these cover a lot of it already, so I'm not sure what other tasks I would be creating. Because you already have invitees, catering, decor, lighting, like it's quite a bit. But I guess it would depend on the type of fundraiser, right? Yeah, I think this feels like more of like a pro feature, like if you were like really getting into it, or it was a much larger scale event.
Yeah,
you would get into that more. But you started it off with tasks that fit most already.
Yeah.
So I at my level of planning, I probably wouldn't use that or need it.
Okay.
But I could see someone that's doing like, I guess, a children's fundraiser for a large hospital, then maybe they might have
versus
like a special, like, I don't know, within the event there might be, I don't know, a craft booth or something, or for guests to interact with, or something like that. Okay.
And now I want you to be able. Now I want you to see if you can navigate back to your My Projects page.
That was easy.
Now I want you to figure out how would you sign out and sign back in.
Opa. It's missing. So I think I have to go back to the beginning. Well, I would have added this already. Since I'm not actually sending.
So was the sign out and sign back in kind of not, like, was there a disconnect there? Did you expect there to be a button for signing back in right where the sign out was?
It might be kind of bad for me to do this, but I don't sign out of things.
Oh, okay.
Because it's on my personal computer. Yeah. So it's like.
That's funny.
I usually just have my computer save the login.
Okay. Okay.
Except for my bank account.
That's fine.
That's the only one.
No, that's totally cool. And good to know. Some people like to sign out. Some people, don't.
But I thought maybe it would be here. Like, say you signed out and then, oh, I forgot something. Then I don't know how you. I feel like it wouldn't hurt to have another sign-in button here.
Right there. Okay. Okay. So overall, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it seems like it'd be helpful for a planner to keep all of the information in one place. That's it. And I was interested in the event teardown portion because I feel like this would be like a summary of everything. So kind of, so you could review as you're going and, oh, this needs to be set. And so I think that would be a really good feature, the event teardown.
Okay.
But overall, it seems like a really helpful tool.
Awesome.
I'm kind of curious at how each of these would kind of
work together.
Yeah. Like in decor, does it actually send you to like a party decor site, or is it linked with like your own party decor items for sale? Or because with a venue, it links it up to specific venues. So, but I feel like this would have to interact with a lot of other businesses. So now I guess that's part of the interface that might
need to be further developed.
Because it would change based on each one of those, because I don't know how the lighting industry works, but it might be different than how you'd set up a venue.
Yep. Yep. Awesome. That's great. Great questions, great thoughts. So I just want to thank you for taking some time and testing our site. So hopefully from here we can improve and you can test it again. Okay?
Sounds good.
Thanks. Sweet. Thank you.
What's the piggy bank?
Oh, the piggy bank is the budget for that individual task.
Oh.
So what I found that was interesting, because was redone like 3 times. Let me see.
Just trying not to cough between.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Because it was recording.
It's
my
still
voice,
recording.
But not my face.
No, it's still recording.